Hey, I'm live. Happy Earth Day. It was a long day. Got a bunch of videos. Happy Earth Day. Earthlings. Yeah, I went over to the Rocky Hill Food Forest. I went to a bunch of places, looked at plants, trees, and gatherings, got some video. I planted a lot of bulbs, 100 gladiolas again, and I planted a ton of dahlias, and I uppotted a bunch of sunflowers, and it's just been a really great day. I got a lot of sun. You can see it in my face. I got a lot of sun. You know, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever you are. But it was a really, really great Earth Day. I was outside the entire day, and I got pictures of junco eggs in a nest. I put that up a short already. And then I have pictures of these ladies making potters up and planting cucumbers seeds at the greenhouse of the Rocky Hill Food Forest. And I've made a small video, but the sprinkler was going, so I had to only make a short video there. David Carlisle, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Earth Day, David Carlisle. Good to see you. So I spent the entire day outside with friends, and I enjoyed a lot of things. Went out. I had a smorgasbord. They had a smorgasbord there, and tried all kind of different food, fancy foods. I didn't know what it was, but a lot of them, they had tags there, and you could see what it is, and they tell you a little bit, but you didn't prepare it, so you don't really know. And thank you all for that thumbs up. But I was just showing this here. It's Earth Day, and it's something that I do. This is how I make soil, and all in layers: kitchen waste, bark mulch, yard waste, chop and drop, coffee grounds, leaves and twigs, bark mulch, dolomite, lime, biochar, wood ash, whatever you can. Hey, Northern Girls Hobbies. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Earth Day. There you go. And good to see you, Northern Girl Hobbies. Yeah, it was Earth Day, man. It was a rush wherever I went. I had a great time. I spent the day with a really good friend and other friends. We all gathered together, and then we went out and had just spectacular time, and planted all kind of stuff. So I got a bunch of videos. Was the surprise was to see the junco eggs in the nest where the water hose was at the Rocky Hill Food Forest. Hedgehog Homestead, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Laura. Add as moderator. There you go. Every day is Earth Day. That's right. That's what the guy was saying today there over at the Rocky Hill Food Forest. The eggs are way cool. Is too normal? I guess so. They were so tiny. I mean, they were just super tiny. And and thank you all for that thumbs up. And the eggs were cool. You watch. I think I did see your comment there. I wasn't expecting that because I was going to go see their herb garden. I made a bunch of shorts there, but you can only put up so many at a time. Getting ready for a field trip. Oh, nice. Tomorrow. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're planting your multi-stone crop tree. Yeah, those herbs were well established. Yeah, that lady, she has a small farm in Japan, and she grows a lot of food there, and she has her Rocky Hill Food Forest here, and then she has a garden plot with the city too, and she collects wild herbs and dries them. Right now, I should have made a video. She's drying comfrey root for some reason. I didn't quite get into it too much because there's so much to see and do there. Yeah. I was able to plant my fruit cocktail tree right. I'll type the varieties next. I have to read the labels. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And but it was a busy day. I spent the day with loved ones, and that was really fun. And we all talked about the Rocky Hill Food Forest is amazing. It was just a bunch of rock, started 5 or 6 years ago. Now it's just a ton of fruit trees, and they're really impressed too that they have fruit. But I did make a small 3 minute, under 3 minute video. But they were watering them. They were watering. I bought them a kiwi, and they planted some more trees too. But and they were planting all kind of stuff. Happy Earth Day to you all. Yes, you too, Northern Girl Hobbies. That's a great channel too. They're great. Her and her hubby go fishing, and they grow food, and they do canning, and real preppers. Hey, and you have to be a real prepper to survive in the future. And it's always great to see Northern Girl Hobbies. But I had a great day, and I hope you all had a great day as well. And I just want to flash this one more time. And this is all in layers, you see? Layers: green, brown, green, brown, green, brown, green, brown. Oh, good day planting. Yeah, everybody that I knew was planting today. There's lots to plant. You know. Question for you all. Cool. Every day is Earth Day. Yeah. Alberta peach, nice. Saturn peach, Mormon apricot, Fantasia nectarine. These varieties are a little risky for my zone. Well, maybe a shield, like wherever the wind comes from, put a shield there, like a piece of tarp, so it's not so drying the wind, because they can get some pretty cold. Question for you all. Okay, Northern Girl Hobbies. Fall Dog. Welcome, 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 Fall Dog. There you go. Good to see you, Fall Dog. Hello, people in the chat. Fall Dog's here. Go to channel. See if that's Fall Doggy. And it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always a pleasure. So, Northern Girl Hobbies. Question for you all. Okay. Good to see you, Fall Dog. Vanilla strawberry hydrangea plant. That's right. I keep forgetting about that for some reason. I've never even heard of one of them. Vanilla strawberry hydrangea. Northern Girl Hobbies. My hugelculture garden was overtaken these past years by raspberries. Do I do this tactically to form rows, or just zip it all down with the whippersnipper? I don't know. I'd take out the old fruited canes. And if they decide to grow raspberries there, why not enhance them a little bit and throw a little more peat moss on there? Throw some strawberries on there and a few blueberries, Haskap berries, whatever. Make it a berry hugel culture mound. I have a giant one, 33 feet long. Well, this whole place is a giant hugel culture, really, in Pathway Soil Bank. But I wouldn't zip it down with the whippersnipper. I would knock down the old fruited canes and just chop and drop them. The berry mound is a great idea. Oh yeah, turn it right into a berry mound. And that's what I would do. I know Haskap berries grow well where you are, because I think you picked them before, and they like a northern area. I definitely take out the old canes. Oh yeah. Well, when you're doing that, like you can see, you can break it off right at the bottom or snip it off, and then to snip it up in little pieces and drop it. It's all part of the mound, right? Yeah. Raspberries will get fatter and more on the raspberry cane. The more peat that you put there, the more biomass that you put there. I have Malahat Reds here, and they're huge. They're almost the size of a golf ball. We have over 100 Haskap plants. Those are nice. Hey, the raspberries are a tad invasive for sure. Well, I don't consider them invasive. I mean, any berry's a good berry when you're making jam, right? You know, I really enjoy mine here. I have a few different kinds, and they look out, and where they are, I don't do any liming there because it's acidic, the cedar trees and stuff. Any berries are good berries, yeah. Is it invasive when it's delicious? La, la, la. Yeah, exactly, right? But there's many kinds of raspberries. There's boysenberries, blackberries, tayberries. You can get into, and some do better than others. Most like any condition, really, as long as it's lots of nutrients and it's kind of peaty. Raspberries really like sawdust, right? Old sawdust, right? And they really like when you burn something like the wood ash, throw that biochar all around them. They like that, eh? A lot of farmers, they burnt their canes, the old canes, made biochar and wood ash with it. And that's what they would do. They would have rows and rows of raspberries. And then some raspberries, they grow in like a long, like a vine, and they're crossed, and they're boysenberries and all kind of different berries. And some raspberries you can cut off like 4 or 5 feet up, and then you'll get all the berries there. But not all of them are like that. Not all of them. Yeah. Is it invasive when it's delicious? Exactly. Like sting. What do you call those Sally leaves? Like like there's a lot of things that are invasive, like mints and stuff, and I like that. I like that mint grows everywhere. And then some people are like, oh well, yeah, but it's going to be everywhere. And I'm like, well, I hope so. I use it. I make tea. I really use a lot of mint and lamb when I have it in the pressure cooker. Yep. 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 Lots of mint keeps mice away. That's right. It's good stuff. Mint is lovely. It's spearmints and chocolate mint and orange mint and all kind of mint. I have a friend here that wants to show off what she made for Earth Day. Yeah.
My contribution to Earth Day.
Yeah.
I'm learning. Oops, there we go. I'm learning and practicing working with flowers. I have a new interest in floral design.
Yeah.
So
it looks good. It looks
it.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
Of
looks
course,
good.
it's gypsophilia.
That's gypsophilia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I used wires as well and floral tape and taped it all together.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I grew up on a farm, and as a child, I always used to make daisy chains. So this was
Looks beautiful.
Anyway, all the best. Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day, my friend. Yep. Yeah. Good idea. Mint keeps mice away. It's good. Yep. Very, very nice friend. Yes, very nice friend. Family. And baby's breath, correct? Yes. Her shirt is beautiful. Hey, they like your shirt.
Oh,
It's a flower kind of day. There's people out there. There's some people over here. It was a long day. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah. Baby's breath. Yeah, it smells like baby's breath, like actual babies. And it's gypsophilia. I'm growing about 100 gypsophilia plants for this giant wedding. They all want gypsophilia. So yeah, peace journey. Happy Earth Day. Yay. Gypsophilia. Cool. Yes, it is baby's breath. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been doing a lot of a lot. Today I planted, I don't know how many dahlia, about 100 gladiolas again, and I have a couple of hundred already growing. And but I planted another 100. And High Peace Journey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Earth Day. Yeah, yeah, it's Happy Earth Day, man. It's great. Thank you for all for the thumbs up. Wow. and I planted just a ton of things today. I'm a little bit tired, but I got lots of video. Oh, I'll be planting gladiolas in May. Yeah, yeah, May 24th, long weekend, most likely where you are. I don't know if it's a holiday where you are, though. Thank you for the thumbs up. But it's a lot of fun planting flowers and harvesting them. And the thing is, what I did was I up potted today about about 100 sunflowers, red velvet sunflowers. I have the multi-head ones. I up planted those. So I've been very busy today, and I got lots of sun with friends and family. So it's been a great Earth Day for me, and I've got videos. And yeah, Laura is here. Or Laura was. Oh, yep. Wow. Yeah, I'll have a lot of flowers. So after that wedding is over, all the flowers got to go somewhere. So I think I'm going to sell them all outside the hotel. Why not? Make a couple $1,000 on the flowers. I'm growing a lot of flowers, man. And with help from others too, with the arranging, right? Like there's a lot of arranging to do. Thanks for the reminder. I need to put in some sunflowers. Oh, you're welcome, Laura. Good to see you, Laura. Oh, Earth Day has great energy. Make every day Earth Day. Yes, I'm chilling for a bit. I'll be listening. Been a long and productive day. I know I'm totally beat too. I ate a lot of different foods today with different people. Liberty Garden, welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, I thought you were circling the world on a sailboat. I wish. There you go. Good to see you, Liberty. I'm going fishing lots. Yeah, I have it all set up. There you go, Liberty Garden. Good to see you. But today is Earth Day, and I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of things, most for my health, and I've been making a lot of soil. Dahlias are. I planted. How many types of dahlias did we plant today?
Oh, let's see. 10?
10. It's a nice bunch. And Dave Knight, and yeah, there's some people. It's all good. Dave Knight's here. I just had to wave some people. It's Earth Day and the festivities are still going on. Hey, Die Bullfrog 79. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Uncle Al. Always a pleasure to see Uncle Al. I think I've watched every one of his cooking videos on Shorts. Just stop by to say hello. I'm glad you did. Happy Earth Day, Uncle Al. Always a pleasure to see Uncle Al. That's Die Bullfrog 79. He's my friend. Yep. Hi, everyone from Dave Knight. Dave Knight went out today on Earth Day and he took his John Deere tractor. He went out and cleaned up part of the highway and he put all the garbage in there and bagged it up. It was very impressive. I was very impressed with that. That's what it's all about is hit the thumbs up. Thank you kindly. Dave Knight, you're an earth warrior for sure. You went out there and you did it, man. You went and picked up garbage. That'll never biodegrade. And he did it. And he made a video and he put it up of what he did on Earth Day. And if you put down hashtag Earth Day, then I noticed that, if you use hashtags like that, it seems to propel Earth Day a little bit more. Dave rocks. Yeah, I know he rules, man. He grows a lot of food. He grows a lot of food. Lagging is awful enough for me to say I have to go. Have a great evening, everyone. Peace journey. Take care. Blessings to you. Happy Earth Day and great to see you. Sorry it's lagging for you. Happy Earth Day from Uncle Al. The first Earth Day was in April 22nd, 1970, and 2 million people around the planet showed up. Today, there's supposed to be 1 billion. Hashtag Earth Day. Yeah. Dave Knight, he rocked it out, man. He got out there and he picked up the trash. And I actually seen several other people do the same thing. and one lady I know down in Louisiana, and another lady I know and her husband in Quebec. They went out and they just rocked it out on Earth Day. And I know several people here that celebrated Earth Day as well. So it was a really great day to see someone, taking care of Mother Earth. That's the only one we have. Later, see you there, Uncle Al. You take it easy. Happy Earth Day, Uncle Al. Always a pleasure to see Uncle Al. He lives in California and he grows food and he's a serious prepper. I don't know if he's a prepper, he's more of a serious survivalist. It's hard to put a label on Uncle Al. He's got the knowledge, man. He puts it out there. So, yep, you have a good night, Uncle Al. Hope you're doing well and happy Earth Day. The first Earth Day was held April 22nd, 1970. Oops, yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Oops, good to see you. Oops. Branson, Mississippi. I think I have it right. Hey, Howie, any idea what to do with surplus of dog poo? Sure, why not? Put it underneath a tree. I mean, it's just another nutrient package. You know, it all breaks down. It all breaks down to nutrients. It's any poop, once it's broken down into soil, I mean, why not? And in 1970, the river in Cleveland was on fire. Oh my God. But yeah, dog poo can go right underneath any shrub or tree. I mean, don't put it right onto the trunk or the stem. But I mean, and then throw a little soil on it if you want. But dog poo is, or what happens when a wolf goes to the bathroom? I mean, what happens to a bear when he takes a poop? Well, it's a big nutrient package. In India, there's this guy, he takes elephant dung and he puts seed into the elephant dung, big, huge patties he makes on desert land when it's desertification is happening. And he's quite famous in India. He now has tigers, tigers and monkeys that live in this food forest that he's made, or just a forest, really. Earth Day's 2025 theme is Our Power, Our Planet, calling for everyone to unite. Absolutely. This is our planet. We belong here. It's interesting that humans are the only creature on the planet that has to pay to live here. All these other creatures live here for free. When I die, I want to come back as a bird or something. I just want to fly and have a good time. Howie, what's good, Earthlings? Hey, David Corey with Crop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always a pleasure. Happy Earth Day to David Corey with Crop. Great guy, great channel. Always learning from Dave. So, yeah, Dave and David. Dave Knight, he went out and he really rocked it out by taking a lot of garbage off the highway. I was impressed. I was very impressed. He didn't just talk about it or he says he's going to do it. He actually did it. And David Corey with Crop, welcome, welcome, welcome. But it was a very long day. And this is what I make, how I make soil with biochar, wood ash, domai lime, bark mulch, yard waste, leaves and twigs, wood chips, coffee grounds, kitchen waste, chop and drop, dead bird, dead frog, dead fish. Yep. And there's my hugel mound that I made this year. I've made many of these, and it's the same thing. Once you've made the soil here, it goes on to the top there. And I made this year. I made one 33 feet long, 12 feet wide, and 5 feet deep. I just used some kind of cabal numbers for the hell of it. Peace Journey's gone, I think. She might still be here, but she said she was going on to do something. It was lagging the video or something. But oops, put in a present. I'm present, so I'm present as well. I was going to have a panel, but I'm really tired. And I have one of my best friends here, if not my best friend. So I'm only planning on being on a while. But if you have any questions, I definitely would try to answer them. And definitely Earth Day is every day, like Northern Girl Hobbies, and a lot of the guy today when I went to the Rocky Hill Food Forest, that's all he was yelling out. It's Earth Day every day. He's very fervent on looking after the planet, eh? And that's good. That's good. And then I noticed that some nitrogen fixers were planted by the neighbors right next to his food forest. When I showed up there 5 or 6 years ago, there was nothing but rock. And him and his wife go, "What can we do with this?" I said, "Well, you have to terrace everything." So I showed him how at the bottom you make your pathway soil bank with all the leaves every year. You get the soil and you move it up on all the different landings all the way up. And today, when I went over there, that's what it was. I got a little choked about the water spraying on my camera, and I shut it down under 3 minutes. But it just shows they've got a lot going on. A lot of the trees actually made it. I forgot to ask about a couple of them, but I'm gonna go by again. And then there was some people living in the flats in this bayou. I'm like, what? And there was people living in there, and I was just like, what? And sure enough, and they had a nice new car. They were from Quebec, and they were living right on the bayou. And I was just like, well, good for them. And they had their stuff outside the car, and then they had the trail that went down. And there's a lot of wild trees there. There's some old farms there, and that's a cool place to camp, especially around the end of July, beginning of August. But I'll tell you, there's wild garlic. There's a lot of wild edibles that are there, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really lot of fun. And but I just wanted to jump on here and say that they've got a bunch more videos coming up, and I hope you all had a happy Earth Day, and make every day an Earth Day, and get up and grow, make soil. I'll do this one more time in case anybody wants to snapshot it. It's pretty easy. Soil's made in layers, 5 to 6 inches deep, maybe 3 inches deep. But make your biochar, make your wood ash, get your bark mulch, your wood chips. Try to use brown, green, brown, green. I've been told by the master over here, and this lady that just said that, she is a master at making soil. She's made a lot of soil in her day. Your coffee grounds from Starbucks. Coffee grounds from Starbucks. You got to get your coffee grounds from Starbucks. They're free. It's outside of every Starbucks and other coffee shops too. Make sure they give you their tea bags, and the chop and drop. Make things really small. And if there's water, this is built on top. Like if there's water there. If there's no water, this is built in the ground. If you can do that. And that's what you want. And then you can build this. And this is what you want. This will last thousands and thousands of years. And then there's this is just this is just an idea. It's not written in stone. But the benefits of Howie culture: healthy lifestyle, 100% organic, pesticide and chemical-free food, fresh veggies and fruits all year round where I am. Sustainable urban food forest, edible medicinal waterless, maintenance-free, healthy ecosystem, 0-mile diet, no green garbage collection. There's $200 off your taxes. Reducing the Earth's carbon footprint, recycling all kitchen and yard waste. Nothing goes in the dump. Availability of food after natural disasters and pandemics and more. This was made in 2017. No, 2015. So it was 10 years ago, way before the 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 virus thing, the pandemic, right? So you always have food underground, like sunchokes, oka, that kind of thing. You want to have underground food. You want on the ground food. You want shrubs. You want vines going through the trees. Try not to let the vines get out of control too much, but old fruited branches you can't take off, but try to get it to grow through the trees. I'll show some of mine out here. Potatoes, oh yeah, potatoes look after themselves, and unless you're in some real super cold climate like in northern Canada. But here, I don't dig up my potatoes unless I need them. Perennials, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and it's not going to happen instantly. It's a gradual, little bit, little bit, little bit, and you're gnawing at it. Onions, garlic, carrots. There is so much that you can grow and just leave. Yeah, yeah, you can just leave. But again, raspberry leaves when they first come out make nice tea, blackberry leaves. But blackberry canes, the new cane tastes just like celery. Learn a few skills about what's in your environment. Plant some seeds every 2 weeks. Yes, this eco warrior is tired from saving the planet. You're the man, Dave Knight. I was very impressed with you going to and cleaning up that highway. It warmed my heart to know that you cared enough to do that. Plant some seeds every 2 weeks. Succession crops to extend your food. Growing inside, when you're in the northern hemisphere, growing inside your sprouts and microgreens, sprouting beans and seeds. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to do. Once you get a good regiment going, you'll make out really, really, really well. And that's what Earth Day to me means. Everything is to look after it. Every day is Earth Day. I make soil every day. Hey? Every day. I make soil every day. And I love it because I see the benefits. I can grow anything here and it doesn't require a lot of work. And I tell people, like, I don't really have a lot of bug issues because I look after my birds here. I make sure owls have homes, the birds have a place to go. Hey, Zardos, how's it going there, buddy? Good to see you. And always a pleasure to see my friend. Good to see you there, Peter. Always a pleasure. And, but, I have a system where I go with nature, and I have a concept of observation of nature, and I don't try to impose my will upon nature. I just go with nature. So if I see a grapevine growing along the fence, I'll tag it onto the tree and zip it along the tree. And or a kiwi. I have kiwi growing right through the trees. Today, when I was looking in my hedge, I had to look because a deer actually reached inside the hedge and nibbled my brand new kiwi and only took half the leaves off. And I went, "Phew! Oh no! I thought I was smarter." Howie has hooters. Yes, yes, the owls. Oh, we have a lot of owls in this neighborhood. A ton.
Take care of the mice.
Yep, they take care. A pair of owls eat 1,000 mice a year. Good night, Dave. Dave's leaving. Dave night. Good night. Lewis is here. Puff puff pass. Yeah, it's Earth Day, man. Puff puff pass. I'm really beat too. I'm like, I had such a great day. I made a few videos, but I wait all year for this to celebrate. So good night, Jen. Good night, Jen. Good night, Dave. Good night, Jen. Okay, that must be Northern Girl's hobby's name. I've never asked her name, but it must be. Howie has hooters, yeah. But I have a lot of birds here, and they eat bugs, hey? And I like the wasp. The hubby fly, there's a bunch of hubby fly colonies here, and they eat all the aphids. Hey, so I encourage them. A lot of people think they're wasp and they spray and kill them. I'm like, no, that's why you can't grow anything. Like this one lady, I'm not going to mention any names, but she lives a little ways from here. And she's out there with her kill axe, and oh my God. But it's no good to try to change her. She just, it's sad to see. I thought, oh God, how we go. Hey, Gardner Josh. Hey, how's it going? Owls are beautiful. We had a massive influx of great gray owls a number of years ago. It was incredible. Wow. Let's go and make sure this is Josh. And big bada boomba. And it is Josh. And make sure. Happy Earth Day, Josh. Always a pleasure. One more. There you go, my friend. If you want to look around, plant some seeds every 2 weeks. Succession crops is where it's at. That's a really big deal, hey, because you're right to the last frost. Like radishes grow in 21 days, hey. So bing bada boomba, right? 21 every 21 days you should be eating radishes, fresh radishes, and the leaves on the radish, and not just the radish bulb. But it's a wonderful world if you stay positive, forget the negative, and trudge forward. Sometimes it takes a lot to go and do some gardening, and try to be ergonomic about it. Like I gave 3 baby apple and 2 cherry trees away to smart. Well done there, Peter. Well done, my friend. Hey, Josh, hope things are well. Haven't heard much from you. Okay. Josh has dropped by once in a while here, but the more food that you have a notebook, you can note down where you've seen wild berry bushes. You can note down where you see a rabbit warren, or you rabbit lead. You write down where you see these things, or you've caught some brook trout there, or you found a wild crab apple there. It's all in I just remember it all, but I mean that's me, right? Because I can't remember everything. But you know what I was doing? I was driving down past Elk Lake, and sure enough, I see all these cherry trees all through the forest. And I went, oh, I didn't know they were there. And so I'm going to be going back in a couple of months. I'm going to climb them if I have to. But they were quite big. They were 30, 40, 50 feet tall, these giant cherry trees. There must be choke cherries of some kind, I suppose. Hey, Jay Dixon's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Earth Day, fellow Earthlings. Zar, that's very kind of you. Yeah, yeah. Zardos gave away some fruit trees, new seedlings. Good stuff, Josh. Exactly. Things are going well. Been a lot of changes for me, a lot less social media, new job, new life, really. Wise man, Josh. Enjoy your time here on this planet. Jay Dixon, hey, good to see you. Jay Dixon, howdy, Earthling Howie. Yeah, Earthling Howie. Yeah, I always say hello, fellow Earthlings, because that's what we are. The division is when you say, "Oh, I'm Canadian, I'm American, I'm European, I'm Russian." Well, at the end of the day, we're all Earthlings. The nationalistic ego just goes out the door because we're all Earthlings, right? I've always said that Earthlings would get along a lot better when aliens show up and start consuming the guy next door, or consuming this nation's people there. All of a sudden, you'll be brothers in arms. Because you don't want to get eaten, right, or consumed. Oh, and all of a sudden racism will go out the door. Yeah. Well, hello again, John Rocks. John Rocks, let's not go there. Yeah. 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 Well, we're not here to call anybody names or label or segregated anyone. Laugh out loud. But yes, aliens. Well, when they show up, they're going to come here one day eventually. It's inevitable. I'm a firm believer in it. Yeah. Laugh aloud. Yeah, that's straight. I ordered a few blue signs. I ordered a few blue signs. Oh, I don't know what that is. But yeah, so I'm starting to see my comfrey wake up. That's nice. I saw whole racks of comfrey being dried by one of my students for years that has been doing that. Well, she's very advanced in herbology. She's extremely advanced. Yeah, and I was interested. I forgot to ask her why. Why, I told a lady. I'm starting to see. Okay, my comfrey. I told a lady at McDonald's it was Earth Day. Plant a tree today. She said she had no time. I told her, yes, you do. I gave them to her. Oh, wise, Peter. Nice. Nice. Blue is different from US and Canada. Oh, okay. Politics, Howie. I'm not a fan. I mean, the only reason you're allowed to vote is because it doesn't mean anything. There, I just said my piece. I'm not a fan. So what I do is I vote for Earth Day and Mother Earth, and I grow food and I give it to the homeless or the less fortunate, or I'll bring it to a shut-in. Like recently, I made a bunch of plates of West Coast egg benny, and I sent it to people that were shut-ins and that to the hospital. Yeah, I am propagating a umbrella palm. Nice from Palm Sunday. I can't believe it won't work. Mother Earth Garden Club. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Looks like I'm sticking around. Have the gift for Gab on Earth Day. Shawnee, I hope my comfrey survived. Ground still mostly frozen here. Oh, wow. Hope you're doing well, Mother Earth Garden Club. Planted broccoli and cabbage plants today. Nice, 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 nice. The more you plant, the more you're going to harvest. And like Shawnee's saying, every 2 weeks, putting something else in, putting something else in. Cool weather crops are to be planted now, right up to the end of May, part of June, depending on how far north you are. Northern Girl Hobbies, this is my first winter with Comfrey, Minnesota here, and I'm happy to see some coming back. Oh, yeah. What I saw today was the roots, the rhizomes, and this very intelligent lady, she's from Japan. She knows a ton about herbology. She's very intelligent. I had lunch with her and her husband and with family, and it was great. It was awesome. And she had her son made these drying racks for her. I was really impressed. They really did a good job, you know. Yeah, John rocks the elderberry work that we propagated. Nice, nice. Nice, Shawnee. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Comfrey is a powerful, powerful plant. It's called a mineralizer. So what it does is it sends these rhizomes deep into the ground, and it pulls minerals out of the ground and puts it up on into the leaves. That's what it does. And yeah, planting carrot seeds tomorrow. Oh, smart. Put some wet cardboard or guinea sacks on it. Mother Earth, I have for about 2 or 3 weeks. Probably, I have some seedlings that need to be up potted. Nice. Not all the elderberry has woken up yet. Oh, wow. Wow, the elderberry should be coming out here. Yeah, I did see it here actually. They are opening, but I'm in a little different climate than you are. Do you have experience growing broccoli sprouts like the thick Italian ones? Broccoli, they really like cool. They're a cool weather crop, and they grow during the cool weather. So pretty much all broccoli is pretty much organic because the simple fact that it doesn't require a herbicide or pesticide because it grows during the cool weather time. Same with cauliflower. It's one of the lower things that have a less amount of pesticides or herbicides because it's growing when there isn't any bugs and there really isn't a lot of weeds growing. So that's some of my favorite things. And same, they grow in cool weather. Do you have, okay, I think I answered that. Yeah, broccoli sprouts like the thick Italian ones. Yep. Radish, Swiss chard, and bok choy planted. Nice. 1 week ago, started to germinate. Strawberries and rhubarb brought up. That's nice. Yeah, I want to grow it indoors. That's really tough to grow cool weather crops indoors. You might get away with some lettuce or something, or arugula rocket, right? That's really good for you. It has it has nitric oxide in it for vasodilation. It's really good to have. Well, rocket ought to give you some idea. Comfrey is good for colds. Makes an awesome tea mix with some star anise. It certainly does. Yeah, it's really tough to grow cool weather crops indoors unless you're in the far north. And but if you're in the south, it's really tough. My red currant bushes, Jay Dixon says, have been out of control for years, so I'm considering looking up what to do for dormant pruning and control, i.e., similar to raspberry lines. Well, red currant bushes, they need a pollinator. They really need pollinators, and they're the first ones out, like gooseberries and currants. They're quite related, and Jostaberry, that's a cross between a currant and a gooseberry as well. But they're really hard to get to grow, and then a lot of them get full of worms. So you really got to educate yourself. They really love it underneath an apple tree for some reason, especially gooseberries and jostaberries and currants. They love it under an apple tree. They just think they're in heaven. So that might be help you there. I should plant some rhubarb. Rhubarb's nice. I love arugula. Yep. I should plant some rhubarb. Yes, plant rhubarb. Rhubarb's a purge for when you're coming out of winter. It really helps to purge toxins from winter. Jay Dixon, you may have gotten a goji plant. Does it grow super long? Maybe. There's many kinds of goji. Lycium barbarum is one of them that I have, but there are many kinds. Cherries, aronia berry, blueberry, crab apples and pears are starting to bud. Oh, nice. You got spring. Here, that's all flowering already. That's all flowering here. Yeah. Apple rhubarb pie. Ooh, yummy. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Apple rhubarb pie. Strawberry rhubarb pie, too. Jay Dixon, they are really abundant and pest free, just ungainly in their fullness. Well, perhaps if it's growing too long, perhaps do a little pruning on it, perhaps, and stake it up. You know, they anytime I ever seen currants growing or gooseberries, they really like it under out of the direct sun. Now that's me, and that's where I live. It may be different. It may be a different kind of. There are many kinds of goose. Uh, and everybody has to have a concept of observation of the environment where they live. Something that grows well for me may not grow well for you. So you have to find your way. The best thing is to go and visit all the local gardeners that you can, like put up a gardening party that everybody's invited to the garden, and put out your flyer. Not everything's on the internet, right? Not everybody's on the internet, and you'll get to know your local food grower and see what they're doing, what they're successful with, because if they're doing it and they're successful, then you will too. And go see Gardner Scott. I watch him diligently, and there's a few guys on here and I learned from, but I really like listening to Gardner Scott. He's where it's at, man. And there's a few guys and gals on here that have a lot of intel. Yeah, I hung out with some very intelligent people today. I hung out with my best friend, and I hung out with some family and friends and students. So I had a great day. There are really abundant and pest free, just ungainly in their fullness. Yeah, yeah, that can happen. That can happen with currants, and just try a different kind of currant. And currants are really easy to clone too. Hey, and if they're trying to reach for some sunlight, maybe there's too much shade there. They do like a little bit of sunlight, and gooseberries, they like a little bit of sunlight too. part of the day from 1 till 4, they like a little bit of sunlight, but before 1 o'clock they don't like any sunlight. Now that's where I am, and that's the type of gooseberry that I have over in the back. Now, you may find something different. So yeah, Shawnee, if you want seeds, I can send you some. Oh, nice. Same here, Jay Dixon. I just make babies and sell them plants with roots. Yep. Yep, they are very abundant and pest-free, just ungainly in their fullness. Yeah, yeah. So just try different things. Try some different soil. Uh, Check your soil mediums, and maybe do some experiments where you're putting a little more peat moss in, or something like that. I'm not saying that's going to help you or anything. I'm just saying that you get the idea. I am Italian, so I learned from nonas and nonos all the time. Smart move. Yes, I love nonos and nonas too. Nona's Grace, and I love listening to her. She's awesome. Northern Girls Hobbies. Oh no, I have a local seed co-op. I can snatch them up. Oh, smart. Jay Dixon put up Gardner Scott live Monday at 11 a.m. Nice. I do go by there and listen to Gardner Scott, and it's very similar to what I do or people I know. But I do pick up quite a few tips here and there, and then you meet other people they just like to grow food. So it's really nice to see just people that like to grow food, so and have enjoyment looking after nature, improving the soil. And there's a lot of talent that comes here, and there's a lot of talent that goes to a lot of other channels. So yeah. Good stuff, Shawnee. Buy all the flower bulbs. Laugh out loud. Yes. The thing about flower bulbs, some you have to take out, like where you and your dahlias and stuff like that, and your geraniums, whatever you've got. Not everything will overwinter there, where you are. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're buying bulbs, that you have to store them, and drying them out and storing them in a cool, dry area. Have a spot for your potatoes that stay potatoes, and you need a dark area, and it needs to be not moist but cool, and airflow must be there. And if it's not there, you must create that. Uh, Good stuff, Shawnee. Yeah, buy all the flower bulbs. That's an awesome deal, Mother Earth. I found litrous flower bulbs at Menards, 50 bulbs for $10. That's not bad at all. I got burned today from one bag. See, there was gladiolas there, but one of the bags of gladiolas was really nice, so I just grabbed two, not realizing that I should have checked that bag, because there was 50% bad in there. They were all soft, but because I checked the first bag, which was good, but I got burned for a $10 bill. So yeah. So when you are checking for your bulbs, make sure you're touching them and see if they're soft. If they're soft, you don't want them. You don't want them at all. Hoarders, Northern Girl Hobbies, hoarders. Yeah, that's a good deal, Mother Earth. John Rocks, if anyone seeds in Canada, I'll take. Oh, cool. Know where you planted them if you have to dig them up. Yes, put a stay there. That's what I've done. And I don't normally do that because I just plant them in little sections here and there. And then I spread Pathway Soil Bank on it and I just let it grow. That's me, right? It could be different where you are. Know where you planted them. Litrus is perennial and deer resistant. Yeah, I have some rows of those. Those are nice. I used to plant frost sensitive flower bulbs, but the combination of lower energy and no reasonable storage got rid of all fussy bulbs. That happens a lot to people. And, and, yeah, I used to plant frost sensitive flower bulbs, but the combination of lower energy and no reasonable storage got rid of all the fussy bulbs. Yeah, so like your tulips and your daffodils, they'll stay in the ground in the northern hemisphere. Those ones you can, and your hyacinths, your bluebells, and stuff like that. That they'll all, but I do take out the dahlias and I do take out the oka. I love oka. Tasty. A really good oka. You should all look that up. And cone too. Look up cone. What a sweet, beautiful root. But you have to take it and bring it inside. And when you plant it, return those bulbs. You should get your money back. Yeah, they were 50% bad, so but I planted the 50% that were good. But the moral of the story is, I will check. And whenever you're shopping anywhere, I have yet to see them not make a mistake, or the height of malevolency can be shown once you do an item count in your mind and a roundabout figure of what you're buying, so you don't get burned, because there's a lot of shenanigans going on. Yeah, and normally I would return them, Jay Dixon, but I'd have to spend $20 in fuel to go and bring back $5 or $10 for the bulb. So, but I should have checked it. Always check it. I have hundreds of flowers bulbs that take care of themselves. Yes, yes. And that's the whole idea, especially if you're doing cut flowers, because they grow back yearly after year after year. You've got that, steady money stream coming in. And that's really a great thing to do, is to grow flowers. And they're really easy to sell. Go to a campsite, go door to door, take the kids and go, and with your bucket of a little bit of water in there, and knock on the door. Like, self-marketing is great for flowers. Having a little flower stand, putting up on at the local laundromat your phone number for flowers delivered. Deliver them. There's your fresh flowers. Go to the OH home. They all love flowers there. Give them a good discount too. Especially if you got abundance, and like daffodils, they can be like just really packed in. Put them underneath some deep soil like that for protection. You want like a good 4 inches of 5 inches of soil. They'll push through. They'll push through, and that really protects them against any really harsh cold. I have to plant canna bulbs. Yes, they have been hanging out in my basement. Yes, I just did that too. I grow daffodils because dang voles don't eat them. Yeah. Well, if you've got voles, the worst thing, a vole, they're meat eater. No, they're the veggie eater. Uh, there's voles and then there's moles. So the vole's the veggie, the mole's the meat. So anyway, you burn your bones. Now, this is what works for me. It may not work for you, but I burn a lot of biochar. Okay. I make a lot of, well, I don't really burn it, but anyway, you can make biochar any way you want. I got my own ergonomic way of doing it, and it works for me great. So I put the bones in there too, and I'll burn the bones, and I'll put that bone mush, wherever I see the little critter come out of their little hole. And today I today I stuffed in all these burnt bones in there. So let them smell that. They get a little scared about that. And make sure there's an owl house or two around. The owls will eat those up. You're smarter than a vole or a mole or whatever you're dealing with. Sometimes there's gophers too. But if you're burning bones and dropping it there, you're gonna make out really good. The gardener who had my place before me had fabulous established garden. Half the reason I bought this place. I share flowers when I can for many occasions. Wow, that's pretty cool. Hey, GP's here. Welcome, 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 GP, all the way from South Africa near Johannesburg. GP is new to food forestry, but he's trying real hard, and he's got a lot established. And I'm impressed with him so much that he has gardening prepping, and I put him on my channel. I've got to get over and put some more of his videos on there. But I have a couple, but I got to get there. It's just finding the time and remembering it. Welcome. Good to see you, GP. I was told castor oil put in planting areas discourage voles, moles, and mice. Yes, and a long ribbon that wavers, that really spooks critters, rabbits, deer, voles. But on a more serious note, some people use pet ferrets and send them down the vole hole, and they kill them. So depending on how much you want to, protect your food crops and be innovative, like like put your biochar right all around there, fresh bone biochar, burn up some bones, and and if you kill a vole, singe him a little bit and chuck his butt right there by the hole, and when the other vole comes out and goes, oh my god, there's Uncle Bob singed, right? Whatever, right? I'm just using that for reference. but they're not stupid. They'll go and take up residence somewhere else, okay? And that's what I see. Like, I'm smarter than critters. Like, I don't really have a whole lot of problems here with critters like other people do. Like, because I'm just not going to allow something like that to. I'll get right on it right away. Castor oil may work. To discourage them, you have a dog, you have a cat, you have owls, you have burnt bones, you have ribbon, and you're playing heavy duty rock music, whatever it is, and voles. I mean, they'll eat vegetables, so putting a little baking soda, uh, you know, making a little baking soda, and they don't, they don't like that. Make their life miserable. They're making your life miserable by eating your vegetables. If you just punch in vole protection on Google or anything you need to, I mean, it's really great, Google, hey, or if you've got a problem, you just, use your chat DP or whatever it is, EP, or I've never TP or something. I don't know what it is, but I just go by trial and error. And then I talk to a lot of gardeners and find out where all the gardeners are meeting every Saturday morning. Maybe it's at Tim Hortons. Maybe it's at the local farm. Find the organic farm. Find out when they're going out, and find out when there's a seed exchange, a plant sale. See who's talking to who, and enjoy yourself gardening. That's the big thing, and you'll learn a lot more if you're having fun. Always lovely to see you, Howie. Yeah, you as well, GP. Happy Earth Day to you and your lovely family. My yard is riddled with tunnels. Last couple of years have been an issue. Didn't have problem before. Well, you're actually providing a place for them to be. Oh, I was looking at Master Gardener plant sales near me. Exactly. Go and chat with them. They are a ton of information. But again, use that AI tools there, and the more slick you are with things like voles, they don't like being hunted. They're vegans. They're vegetarians. They eat, and then moles, they're meat eaters. So they don't really bother you too much, but they'll eat a lot of earthworms and stuff though. But I'm a fervent believer in bone biochar. Beavers just run from that. Deer do not want to smell hide burnt, a little bit of hide burnt, or a vole. If you can get one that's dead, singe him a little bit with the blowtorch and chuck his butt down there. There you go. They don't like that. They don't want to. They don't want to smell Uncle Bob. And I'm just using that as an analogy, but it works. As I said, I don't have a whole lot of problems with bugs here. When I first came to this property quite a few years ago, there were aphids everywhere. So you know what I did? I went down and got, I don't know, 3,000 ladybugs. I just let them all go. And then I encouraged the hovey fly. There's a fly called the hovey fly, and he eats all them. They look like wasps, but they're not. They're a fly. and they look different. They look kind of, they don't, they're not going to hurt you, but you want to be knowledgeable, and you want to know a lot. So and have fun, and then you'll remember what to do. My daughter is taking a master garden class. She got an award from her town, Robbinsdale, for yard flowers. Wow, that's pretty cool. But I've been on here an hour. Happy Earth Day. Much love, mad respect. Earth Day is every day. And I must go. My lovely friend is here. So sign at Howie's home, Ladybugs party here. Yes. So I never had a problem after that. You're smarter than a bug. You're smarter than a vole. Okay. And try that bone char. That burn the bones, right? And save up your bones in a bag, turkey bones, pork chop bones. Happy Earth Day. Burn them, biochar them, and put them out there like they're mush. Critters don't like that. But that being said and done, I must go. Take care. Blessings to you all. And we will see you again. And thank you all for that thumbs up. And while you're here and on your way out, see you all around. That's a calling card of Shawnee Gross. That's a fantastic channel there. Always teaching, always teaching. Smart. Never give up. Peace. End stream now. Good to see everyone.